Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing the full review of my wife's new car, which is the 2026 Infinity QX80. So really the competition here is like the Cadillac Escalade, Yukon Denali, Chevy Tahoe. So here is the vehicle. I just wanted to do a quick review and talk about what we like, what's been really nice about it. Ultimately, we decided on the Infinity just because we felt in this price range and in this vehicle category that Infinity far outcompete all the competitors, and I'll talk about some of the reasons for that here. There's a lot of other reviews where people go through all the specs and everything like that. I'm just going to talk about some of the features from a family and everyday driving perspective. So right off the bat, you can see it looks like it's pretty high off the ground. And so here's my Bronco Wild Track, which has got a 37-inch tires on it. And if you look at them, the Infinity is either sitting right at the same height or probably slightly above it. So that's because the Infinity has air suspension, so you can raise and lower the suspension in this vehicle, and I'll show the fully lowered version next. I believe it can go 2.5 inches in either direction from the standard driving height, so this is raised all the way up 2.5 inches. So this has got both a raise and lower function and then a normal driving function, so you can lower it all the way down if you're loading stuff. And I will say, loading the kids in and out of the vehicle is really nice. If you lower it all the way down, it makes a big difference to load the kids in and out of the car or load stuff in the back of the vehicles. And so that was a nice feature. Otherwise, legroom, features, functions in the vehicle are all very nice. You can see it's really super nice leather interior. I put in all-weather floor mats. In fact, the last video, you can watch that if you're interested in seeing how those fit in or whatnot. One of the things we really liked about this one compared to some of the competition was just the quality of all the materials in here. So if you look at the dashboard, this is real leather. You can feel the leather difference. It's not like a plastic coating or door trim, all leather. This is open grained wood on the door and trim, leather wrapped steering wheel, leather seats. And so some of the complaints for like the Cadillac that we test drove were that it had real wood here, but it was so covered in lacquer that it just felt like plastic. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, it's got everything you could imagine or want at this trim level. Third row access is really nice. It's got heated and cooled second row seats, and then a heated third row even, and you can also control everything on this screen. It's got like a sort of a tactile function when you press it, which I'll show here in a moment. When you walk up, it's gonna automatically pop these out. When you unlock it, the mirrors automatically pop out, and then and when you walk away, it locks and these door handles pop in. See if I can show that. There they go. So, and then when you walk up, keys in your pocket, door handles pop out. Kind of a cool feature. And I feel like when you're paying this much for a vehicle, or that you're looking for those sort of extra things. Sorry for the rage bait title. I actually did wreck my wife's new car, and so went to pick up some breakfast yesterday, went inside, and then luckily the lady who hit it was very nice, and she came in and told me about it and exchanged insurance information. But it just sucks that brand new vehicle and it's already damaged. So got a nice dent in there, you can see that. And then down here, paint damage, chip there, and this little plate here is cracked. I think that was about all of the damage that I could tell so far. We'll have to get fixed here soon, but you know, that stuff happens. And again, it was nice of the lady to tell me and give me her insurance information, so I'm not stuck paying this out of pocket. This is with the third row laid down, and you can see the stroller is in here. This is a huge stroller. With them up, your space is a little bit limited, so that would be one of the complaints for this vehicle. It's not terrible though, so it comes to roughly about right here, and then it stops here with the seats are up. It's fine for like groceries or whatever, but if you're going on a long trip, you'd probably want to lay down at least one half. And these are 60-40 split, so you can lay down the 60% of the back seat on that side and still have a passenger riding here. You still basically have where the stroller is. We pushed it all the way over. So it's pushed over. Also from the back, all the seats are electronic, lay down, pick up. You can also raise and lower the vehicle from right here in the back. All right, so this is the vehicle all the way lowered down. So you can see, I think that's 2.5 inch drop, and I guess 5 inches of drop from where it was previously. And as you can see, I mean, you may not be able to see on video, but it's a huge difference. So you open this up and the kids are right at, for me, waist level. And this especially is good for someone like my wife who's short, 5'1", and so she can get the kids in and out, load things very easily. And so yeah, again, it's just a nice feature. Nothing that you need to have or necessarily even want to have, but if you do have it, it's nice to use. And for a vehicle at this price point, I think it's, you know, another selling point. So here is the back section. Again, the seats are down. We've got the kids' car seats in here. They've got plenty of room to put the car seats and to move around. So yeah, that is pretty much everything I wanted to cover on this. So some of the things, like I said, that we don't necessarily like with the Infinity or wish that we could change is the rear trunk space. Again, there's no XL model, so you get what you get with the rear trunk space if the back seats are down. And so if you listen, you can maybe hear. It's kind of got like you probably can't hear it on video, but it's got a tactile function when you click something. So you can't just kind of type, you can't just do that. It's not gonna do it. You have to actually press and then it'll switch. So it's not like you can swipe across this and change something. So that part is nice. You can also control the rear from up here, and you can lock it for the kids in the back. You can control all of your massaging seats, heated, cooled seats for the front and rear. You can control temperature and then everything else. So the other really nice thing, so here's the sunroof. You open that there. One click gets it back for the drivers, and then second gets all the way back. And then this front portion here also opens. So the other really nice, so they've got the rear view mirror is a screen, and so that's kind of cool. It gives you a lot of visibility there. But let's see. Another really important feature for this vehicle is it's got the memory seats, which adjust your mirrors, seats, settings, etc. And it's got it for both the driver and passenger. So that's a really nice feature because obviously the height difference between my wife and myself is big enough that it's a pain to have to readjust the seats if we switch drivers. And it also has user profiles which are mapped to the keys. So this was a feature that none of the competition that we saw had, where there's two sets of keys, and if you have a key, your profile loads automatically with the other one. And then you can also switch between profiles, and it'll set up all of your settings for each of the others. But overall, that's a really cool feature. So if you have adult passengers in the back, they can also control everything from their own command center right back here. So yeah, those are the main things I wanted to cover with this review. Feel free to ask any questions and I'll happily answer them to the best of my ability. But yeah, you know, basically if you're in the market for a third row SUV, I couldn't recommend anything other than this. The competitors being the Lincoln Navigator, the Cadillac Escalade, Yukon Denali, or the Jeep Grand Wagoneer. We looked at all of those, test drove all of them, just didn't see the price to value for those vehicles. All of these are, you know, north of 100K vehicles, and if you're spending that amount of money on a vehicle, you kind of want to see that value recognized. With the Cadillac Escalade, they really missed their mark, at least on these models. When you look at the interior, there's a lot of shortcuts, a lot of the interior pieces, like the turn signals and the light switches, steering wheel switches, you can see are reused from like the Tahoe or Yukon. Yeah, so comparing to the competition, the Yukon Denali had significant 6.2 liter engine issues, which I'm not gonna get into all of that in this video, but in summary, they messed up something in their manufacturing process for the 6.2 liter engines that are in all GM trucks. So with that, I think that pretty much sums up the review of this vehicle. And like I said, feel free to ask any questions in the comments and I'll be happy to answer. But yeah, if you're in the market for a large third row SUV, then I think this pretty much is your best choice if you're looking for that quality that offsets some of the reason you're paying so much for the vehicle. So again, you want to see the value of your vehicle. And so that's it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. And like I said, feel free to ask any questions, leave any comments, and I'll see you next time. All right, Dusty, what do you like about this car?
I mean, like
You like the sunroof? You like the sunroof? The moonroof?
Yeah.
What about your seat? Is it comfortable?
Yeah.
All right, say see you next time.
See you next time.
This is the ambient lighting you can see also. Obviously it's too dark in here, but it's got full ambient lighting, full RGB adjustable as well. You can set any color you want, and front and back. So that's just another cool feature we liked about it.